plus XP af at være med i Raid, så det var da virkelig. Men jeg er i level 25 nu,
og Mark just flexed his level 7.
Nej, jeg siger, man for os XP. Og vi havde sat den der stjerne, så vi fik dobbelt op. Så da vi var færdige med sådan et 5-hovedet raid, så fik vi 40.000 XP. Jo. Nå, så var det Lucky.
What? No, enemy Yasuo, who is level 7, is flexing.
Fuck. Det var her, jeg skulle ind.
And he's playing against an Ashe mid lane.
Jo, hvis du har et Lucky Egg til, så får du dobbelt XP i de 30 minutter.
Well, he lost first blood.
Og Lucky, de varede en time i dag. Nå, det må være noget, de har sat til sig. Det kan så godt være. Men ja, så vi havde jo Lucky Egg til, så derfor så... Normalt, hvis du klarer sådan en raid, hvor der er 5 hoveder ved og sådan noget, så får du 20.000 XP. Men fordi vi havde Lucky Egg til, så fik vi 40.000.
Så har vi dømmer os. Jeg kunne have stiget 3 levels under det. What? Nej. Jeg tænker, du var split. Nu tager min Lucky Egg.
Bare brug en jo. Jeg har også kun brugt en. Og så brugte jeg en i går, og så brugte jeg en i forgår.
Lady Cam has been you serve as both judge and executioner. Very well. Luna knows that my death is deserved, but he would not deny me.
Jeg håber det er Magikarp eller sådan noget.
Jeg tror ikke på det.
Jeg tror, jeg håber starter, eller også så at det bliver, at det bliver nogle af dem, som man sjældent møder, eller nogle af dem, hvor man skal have rigtig meget kæmpe.
Sidste gang var det Lavatar. Hvis jeg vidste det ikke, så havde
det havde jeg fandme også, det vidste. Men det er også fordi, jeg plejer ikke at læse det der kommer op, og jeg gjorde det bare lige tilfældigt. Her, jeg kan ikke huske det i forgårs eller i går, så var jeg bare sådan som Mark. Måske vi skulle tage ud til det der, selvom vi havde også planlagt, at der skulle ud lørdag, så vi har jo både været der i går og i dag på fisketoget.
Ja, på fisketoget, det må du ned.
Emil, der var så mange mennesker derinde, og ude omkring fisketorvet, så man skulle tro, det var løgn. Og 90% af dem var der ikke for at shoppe. Der var mobiler og powerbanks og ledninger overalt. Og alle sidestederne, der er inde på fisketorvet, der er der lavet sådan, så man kan sætte både altså i stikkontakt, men at man også kan sætte sin USB-ledning i. Selv i sofaerne. Og der var bare optaget over det hele, og folk sad på gulvet og op ad væggene. Og...
Jeg havde 6.000. Det vil sige, den hele dag der er 6 timer der. Jeg kom hjem og så sådan en trop. Hvis jeg tager nok en gang her, så du er 30. Og jeg havde været i 28. Ej, jeg får ikke bare lære lidt. Du måske stille til 9.
Se, det jeg lige har sendt et billede af, det er fra da vi er på vej hen til fisketoget, hvor man kan se, hvor mange gyms og pokestops der er, og at der er bare lort hele. Jeg har jo sendt det til alle sammen.
Men hvor mange har I så udviklet?
Godt stykke. Jeg ved sgu ikke.
Squirtles, jamen jeg har... Jeg har en almindelig Squirtle, og så har jeg en shiny Squirtle og en Squirtle med briller. Så har jeg en shiny udviklet Squirtle i den første udvikling, og så har jeg en Squirtle med briller, men som er udviklet til den første udvikling. Og så har jeg en Blastoise, almindelig, og så har jeg en shiny Blastoise. Så jeg har 3 Squirtles, fordi at der er 2 almindelige, men den ene har jo briller på. Og så har jeg 2 udviklinger, en shiny og en almindelig anden. 2 udviklinger af den sidste udvikling. Den almindelige og den shiny.
Så jeg fik over 500k.
Ja, jeg fik også omkring 400.
Der udviklede den shiny med solbriller. Jeg udviklede en shiny. Jeg udviklede en normal. Så har jeg udviklet, hvad hedder det, så jeg har udviklet en shiny med briller, uden og så briller. Fordi når du udvikler dem alle sammen til den sidste, så får de jo der har jeg alt på kant.
Ja, men så... Ja.
Men næste event, det har bare det har bare det. Ja, okay, det kan også være, at de har tjent det.
Det må de gerne med. Jeg har kun fanget en af dem.
Jeg har fanget 2.
Pisse. Men jeg har basically udviklet to Eevee'er i dag, og så har jeg udviklet Jigglypuff. Eller i dag og i går har jeg udviklet 2 Eevee'er, Jigglypuff og Sandslash, altså den. Så har jeg udviklet Goldeen til Jinkin, og så har jeg udviklet 2 Raichus, og så har jeg udviklet den der clan, den Cloyster. Og hvad har jeg mere? Så har jeg udviklet en matchup til sådan en Machoke. Og så har jeg udviklet, en almindelig, hvad fuck hedder den? Miao til en Persian og en Donor, Miao. Og så har jeg udviklet den der GeForce og en Psyduck til en Bulldog. Og så har jeg udviklet en Meryl. En masse.
She speaks Pokemon.
Nå, ja. Nu havde jeg bare en rigtig god matchup, og så udviklede jeg den til Machoke, og den har 1,46, så næste gang jeg udvikler den 100% over. Plus den har perfect stats. Jeg siger, når jeg udvikler den Machoke, jeg har nu, så kommer 100% over 2000. Altså, den kommer til at være over 2000 CP. Og den har perfect stats. Well, den har jo de bedste stats.
The trader looks at the mansion behind her.
Altså, når man er praiser.
Have my treasures caught your boat? Anything else I can do you for then?
Jamen, hvis hun siger, at altså, det er jo efter, hvad hun siger hende. Det er jo sådan der.
She responds with a nervous wave, and her eyes fixed to the man.
Jeg er også tæt på at få udviklet en anden ud. Det er sådan en bug-type. Bug and rock-type, og den bliver til sådan en stor en. Det er sådan en lille flyvende bille, og så bliver den til kæmpe stor en.
I thought you were that rocky butler about to warn me once again to take
Så
the
får vi vist også snakke om navn.
Whoa.
to death with the nearest dictionary I can
Our
find.
Rengar just got a quad.
Så vi burde
And our
virkelig
Garen is
liste
split
det
pushing.
på noget.
Thinks me unworthy of being in his precious lord's mansion, appraising his precious lord's collection. As you tried judging the state of a Vadistian armoire, if you're not even allowed to rummage through its drawers. Oh, he's all blood and battle, all right. I'll tell you, show him a Ferodian snuff box or an ancient imperial. He knows very well I'm the best in the business. Asked me to value his collection personally. I'm merely appraising the many antiques.
Her roguish little smile suddenly plays
What else would I be doing?
Oh my god.
I like your confidence. Very well. Consider yourself invited. Now, listen closely. Rumor has it that Lord Kim's mansion is built upon a massive vault in which he hides his true valuables. I've had no luck so far in locating this fabled vault. All I want in return for this information is a trio of curious that is said to be kept inside. The portrait of the divine, the cup of tombs, and the scroll of eternity. You cat! Oh, I hope that vault exists.
Yes, dem har vi
I
også
hope
gjort, men der var
it's
bare...
tracked from top to bottom.
Hvad? Mark?
Jeg har ikke tid. Hvad er det? Hvor stor er den?
Swear I've a mind to beat him to death with the news, because there, but as you tried judging the state of a Vadistian armoire, if you're not even allowed to rummage, he knows very well I'm the best. Highly interesting and highly valuable.
Jeg kan ikke høre, hvad du siger i det.
Again, this time I'll find
Okay.
Hvor stor er den?
Den er ikke sådan decideret stor, men du ved jo godt, jeg er ligeglad med, om den er stor eller hvad. Det gør jeg. Så der er en cover over den. Amazing, man. Den var det. Fik jeg nogen. Det makes sense.
We've nothing left to say to one another. Just leave me.
Rarities, remnants, and relics. Buying and selling.
Cat's still not back.
Det er da bare super lækkert. Ja, okay, jeg fik. Fucking lortedyr. Lorte.
Right.
Lorte.
Quite. Luckily for me, I have everything I care about right here. Why, I could lose days on end with sauce. What else?
Oh,
Each and every one of my
Yeah,
darling,
yeah,
I'm
well,
on
yeah.
good terms with the divine. Oh, no, not at all. I use out myself. No, I honor my late colleagues designed them for the cathedral. Little? Absolutely not. The path of blood is my legacy, and the legacy of my late departed fellow. I don't care what you say. I won't throw away the secrets of an engineering masterwork on a... Welcome to my humble shop. Was there something you desired? Myself, now one of my late... Absolutely not. Go on then, try it. You'll be eating your words before long, if you sit down. Either way, I'm not telling you a thing.
Jeg har resten af mit og vi har ikke rigtig mod tilbage til mad. Ej, vi har også en 5 år, som vi har lavet. Det er fordi, at så er der noget af det. Vi har jo sat vores løb pause, og det kostede 149 år til pause. Men de har så stadig trukket.
It's a good confession, though, to be honest. I can't keep a straight face. I've been keeping a secret from you guys.
Cost
And I haven't kept the secret very well, because I have let slip a couple times over the last, 6 months about what this actually is. But today, finally, I can officially spill the beans on what I've been planning and... Oh man, I mean, let's just get into it, okay? As I'm sure you know, especially actually if you've been following my channel since Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2, I've always had this vision in my head of a future in which Call of Duty Zombies is a legitimate, fully fledged, competitive top 5 esport. I've wanted that to be the case basically forever, okay? And I've pushed for it too. I've talked to so many people in the high round community over the years, and I'm talking literally way back to Black Ops 1, from then until now. I've talked to so many of you guys, and I've tried to bring your suggestions to Treyarch. I've tried to take bug fixes that you've recommended or bugs that you've alerted me about and bring that to the table with people like Jason Blundell and say, Jason, Widow's Wine needs sorting out, mate. Like, all of these sorts of things. I've done my best to put in front of Treyarch and say, these are a set of criteria which, if you meet, will mean that Zombies has a bright and vibrant future for years and years to come. I've always been a believer of it. And so last summer, when the Zombies World Championship happened, I was really intrigued to see how people would react. And just as I expected, there was a huge amount of support for it because of the fact that people want Zombies to be competitive. They've wanted that for so long, and they showed up to the event in masses, and there was a massive YouTuber meet and greet. There was a massive amount of prize money on the line. Treyarch devs came. I mean, I even spoke to Treyarch devs at the event, and they said that kind of crazy big production, that kind of tournament, lights a fire in their belly, which makes them want even more, makes them even hungrier to create a game which supports that community. So legitimately, that first Zombies World Championship has probably inspired things that we're going to be seeing in Black Ops 4 Zombies. Fast forward about a year until now, and finally at the point where I can announce that this year I am going to be co-hosting ZWC2, that's the second ever Zombies World Championship, and this year it's powered by Elgato. Now, I am actually really excited about that last part, Elgato getting involved, because basically what happened is last year, we were all getting excited about competitive zombies in ZWC, and Elgato also saw that, and they wanted to be a part of it. They wanted to get involved and support it, and so they are powering the event this year. I'm a massive Elgato fan. I mean, I'm sponsored by them. I use their products all the time. I've got some under my desk right now. I mean, this actually, behind me, this is an Elgato product too. Like, I love those guys. And I think that it's super damn cool that they're actually willing to basically see this really cool idea and say, hell yeah, we believe in this, we're gonna power your tournament. Like, that's amazing. So, Elgato are involved. ZWC2 is happening on August 5th, 2018 in Los Angeles. And I'm not done there, okay? That's not the end, okay? This keeps getting better. I'm now also very proud to announce that it's going to be taking place in the esports arena in LA. And that is a massive, massive deal. Because last year, it's no secret that the production itself had some difficulties. There were a lot of lessons that the ZWC team learned about putting on an event like that. And when it's your first one ever, there are obviously going to be some growing pains. But now, they've locked in the freaking ESA, which is this professional, incredible venue. Ninja used it like a couple of months ago for his Fortnite tournament. And what do you know? ZWC's happening there as well. Like, this is a big freaking deal. And we're announcing that today, which is super exciting. So I'll be there. Basically, the rest of the Zombies sort of YouTuber community will be there as well. There are a bunch of YouTubers coming in for it. There's a meet and greet as part of the event this year, and so if you want to record a video with your favorite YouTuber, just a little video on your phone or something, get a photo, get something signed, all that will be possible too. I mean, there's a lot going on this year, so let me try and explain the general kind of phases of the competition. We started with the online tournament, and there's about a week left for submissions of that. You've got to be really quick. If you want to buy a pass now, there's a link below, and enter, but that's pretty much over. From that, there will be 8 winners, and all those winners will be flown out to LA for the ZWC2 finals on August 5th. Now, there's also another tournament happening, which is the ZWI, the Zombies World Invitational, on August 3rd. And that is a YouTubers tournament. That is basically a whole bunch of YouTubers all competing to see who is the best. And they will then go on, if they win that, to the finals with those online tournament winners. So it's a separate thing to find the best YouTubers out there. That ZWI can also be attended by you if you buy an ultra rare ticket to ZWC, and I'll explain what that means in a moment. So we get to August 5th, it's the day of the finals. All the online tournament winners are there, all the YouTubers that won in the ZWI are there as well, and all the other YouTubers that were at the ZWI are probably hanging around. You then have a ZLAN in the morning. You can go and play against everyone else that is there at the venue and potentially win yourself some money, even if you're not competing in the grand finals. So there's an extra incentive for you to go. Then in the afternoon, it's the main finals. The online winners have their own prize pool
I'm
of
building for a mana.
The YouTubers that won in the ZWI also have a prize pool of $15,000. So there's $30,000 up for grabs in that tournament in the afternoon, and there's the money that you could win in the morning in the ZLAN. A lot of money on the line. So, what I want to stress now is that competition will be so much more exciting, it will be so much more electric if you come along and you really get involved in making this one for the history books. Like, I fully think this is an opportunity for you to be part of Zombies esports history. Like, really, I already mentioned that Treyarch were there at the last event. Treyarch are going to be here again, okay? Activision are supporting the event once again. Elgato are on board now. This is a proper, actual, fully fledged Zombies tournament being realized. And you have a very, very rare opportunity to be one of the first people that ever goes to an event like this for COD Zombies. Ever. And I think that's a pretty damn good opportunity, okay? So I'm going to quickly run through the ticket options now so that you know what you need to do if you want to come along on the day, meet all your favorite YouTubers, participate in that ZLAN, maybe watch the ZWI as well if you're one of those exclusive ultra rare holders, and just generally have an awesome time. The basic tier is the classic package. It's $29 right now, it's been reduced, and that gets you access to the event on the day at the esports arena, and it gets you a ZWC2 poster, which is limited edition. The next tier up is the Mega Package, and that contains all the things that are included in Classic, plus you get a ZWC2 bag, you get access as a guest to the ZLAN, so you can watch that tournament taking place on the morning of August 5th, and you also get access to the YouTuber meet and greet. So if you want to come along to that, you need the Mega Package or higher. Finally, you also get a free spin on a Magic Wheel raffle that they're going to be doing at the event itself. The third and final tier is ultra rare, and that name is really a good description because it's limited in number. They can only sell a very, very small number of these tickets because of the fact that if you buy one, you're getting access to all of the above, plus access to the ZWI, which is very, very exclusive. There's not going to be many people there at all,
Sam.
and it's essentially...
Do I get an Infinity Sedge or a Randuin Zone? That's my last item.
an extra YouTuber meet and greet opportunity.
I'm against-
All
I
the
am-
YouTubers will be there competing too.
Blade of the Ruined
So you
King,
get access to
Man
that.
Immune,
You also get to actually play in the
Iceborne
Z-LAN.
Gauntlet,
You also,
Rapid
and I'm gonna have to consult my
Rune
list here
Hurricane,
because there's
whatever.
a bunch of stuff. You get an unlimited drink voucher in the venue. You get exclusive
Yes. No, I don't have Rapid Fire Cannon. I just have Rune Hurricane. I got them mixed up. Yeah, no. I have Man Immune. That's funny. I have fucking Man Immune. Makes me hit so hard.
side seats in the venue. You get an autographed Zombies PS4 Pro raffle ticket. You get a ZWC 3-player pass. And
Having
you get
like
VIP
200
lounge
armor would
access.
be
so
so
there's a
fun.
whole bunch of extra stuff added on there, on top of everything that I've already talked about. There's really a lot included in that, but like I said, numbers that are being sold of those ultra rare tickets are very, very limited because the ZWI is obviously a very special event, and there can only really be a certain number of tickets sold to that Z-LAN as well. So those are the 3 ticket options.
I'm definitely gonna be
Whatever
getting
one you go
Randuin's.
for, I really, really hope that you guys can get behind this event as much as I already am, because I'm genuinely
And we're
very
winning now, but,
hopeful
you
that
know,
this
it's
sort
whatever.
of thing will set the wheels in motion for the future of competitive
So,
zombies.
I'm gonna take a
and
shower and
you
then I
being
guess we
there is going to make
take
the
a-
event so much better. I can't wait to meet all of you. I can't wait to host the damn thing. That's so exciting. I'm going to be dropping those knowledge bombs
Yeah.
about zombies. And I also want to add on one final
Yeah.
thing here at the end. Last year, I recorded a couple of clips from inside the venue itself to give you kind of a feel for how electric it was. And there was one point where, basically, whenever I would do something in my game, I was on Team Overcharged, the crowd would start shouting, "Waffle, waffle!" And it was just the most surreal and a jubilant moment of my life. Like, it was absolutely amazing. And I'm gonna roll this clip now just to give you a feel for what it was all like. It was sensational, and I'm hoping that we can get a 10 times better vibe this year with a much bigger venue, crazy awesome production, much bigger tournament just on the whole. Oh man, it's gonna be really, really cool. So here's a little taster of what ZWC last year felt. We're getting that behind the scenes action right now, boy.
Havde de andre 47 kills, og I havde... Og I vandt.
That's all I got for you.
Man, is this
That's all I got.
Oh, I'm looking at the screen.
Eller I havde 28, og de havde 7. Synes jeg, det er så.
Vi havde 47, de havde...
Nå, okay. Så I var rød.
So there's one group of people backstage
Det ved jeg ikke.
just over there. And they've been screaming.
Men vi havde 47, de havde 28.
Legends, absolute legends. We just finished. They went to a tiebreaker.
Og I guess that was no problem.
Oh!
Det var smæk. Det var okay.
Look at that! They just won. These guys right here.
Det er ikke spændende.
Absolute legends. Bravo!
Var det godt?
Absolutely mad. Like the entire stream.
Hvad smagte det
Turn
ikke?
a corner, I would open a door, I would buy a war gun, they'd be like, "Bravo!" Like, they'd be going nuts! It was so much fun, man. It was such a good event on the day, being there in person. Yes, there were production issues online, but in person it was phenomenal, and I really cannot stress enough that this year, we need you at that tournament on August 5th. So buy your tickets, links obviously in the description down below.
Har du ikke øjne i hårene,
It's
eller
going to
hvad?
be incredible. I'll have a bunch of extra info in the description, and if you have any questions about this, please leave a question, comment, whatever you need to do in the comments of this video, or tweet at officialZWC, and they'll be able to help you out as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm so glad that it's in the esports arena this
Ja,
year.
men så
I'm
kunne du
so
ikke finde
glad
den,
that
fordi
Elgato are getting on board and
Hvad så?
powering the event and
Ryk om med den,
being
og
a
så
part of
se, hvad
something this special. And I'm so glad that I'm going to be co-hosting and hopefully meeting loads of you guys on August. Actually a prefix suffix that they squeeze into whatever they're naming to show that it's zombies related. However, clearly in this case, there's no ZM. But if we then look back at the game files for...
Du har bare været så stedig i dag.
You a hunter? I've got
Det
just
går mig sådan halvt på nævren.
Jeg vil lære det. Det er også. Ja, der er lidt noget der.
Nej.
hunter. I've got just the
Nej.
Nå, okay.
Hvad fuck laver vaniljepisten?
Der er sgu da i en anden taske.
Eller et eller andet sted.
Jeg forstår ikke, du kan lide at have den liggende hele.
Jeg vil ikke lide det. Jeg har bare
Hey
lagt den
folks,
der.
this is Ranker with a Diablo 3 Season 14 video on the best builds and classes. Now for the past few seasons, I've been making a top 10 builds video with tier list ranking 40 viable builds from A tier, actually from S tier to A tier down to F tier. Now season 14 is still running the same patch as season 13, patch 2.6.1. Given that there have been no balance changes, that means that the tier list and the best builds are thus remaining the same. So if you haven't seen that video or need a reminder, I encourage you to check that out, because in this video, what we'll go over is which are the best starter classes. When you start a new season, as you go through your season journey, these are little mini missions that you're given in the season. As you complete those, you gain something called a Hadron's Gift, which gives you free set pieces, or rather set pieces that you earn. Every class has a different starter set. It's relatively easy to complete the steps necessary to get a full starter set. So this video will go over which are the starter sets for every class, and based on that, which classes have the best start. Now we're going to have the tier list up on the screen while we're doing this. Just remember that these are all viable builds. Every build here is a build that you can run and push endgame content with. F tier builds are not bad builds, they're just relatively weaker than the higher tier builds. In fact, on one server this season, someone took a...
nose.
I don't know, I can't smell anything and I look like Voldemort. Yeah, she ate my nose. How dare you, Emma? I don't know. Well, I didn't let her. She just kind of forced it to happen.
Yeah.
My girlfriend is a big buff girl. She has muscles like fucking, what is his name? What is the name? The guy who plays Terminator.
Schwarzenegger?
Yeah. She's like 3 meters tall and has muscles like Schwarzenegger.
He's buff, but he's not that buff.
You didn't see him in his prime then?
Yes, I did.
Oh, he was
But
fucking...
Dwayne the Rock Johnson, so much more buff.
It's like on mad steroids.
No, I don't.
Yeah. You don't get muscles like that without on some kind of roids. You really don't.
Du skulle prøve at se hans workouts, though.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, people on roids also workouts to get big. You don't just take steroids and your muscles grow automatically.
No, but like, really, he works for it too. That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's fine. But this some fishy shit.
And it's also fine if you take steroids, because like, it's his life and like, it's his career and...
But, you know, Schwarzenegger also on steroids, so...
Yeah, they did.
Everyone was on steroids until they realized it made their balls go like disappear. Yeah, steroids basically makes your balls smaller. It's because if you take roids, like, it's estrogen basically, which is it's the female hormone thing. There's a lot of that in it. Oh well, I'm gonna shower. BRB. Heading to Auschwitz.
Gå over der.
Jeg har allerede det.
Skal jeg
Måske sætte det der, sådan, så ikke... Begge nu er det ikke ja.
Nej, det er da rigtigt. Det er det.
Åh, ja.
Peering through the iron grating, you can see how it connects.
D-tier build and took the #1 spot for their class. The build did not perform above the expectations laid out by the tier list, but it just goes to prove that people don't have to be a slave to the meta. You don't have to take the #1 most powerful build. Look at the GR ranges here between tiers. There's not a whole lot of difference. So if you don't mind pushing 1 or 2 greater rifts less than you'd otherwise be able to, it's okay with going with a different build on this tier list. This becomes especially important when there are otherwise no balance changes, and so you're looking to try something new in the game. We've got 40 viable builds here that you can pick from. Alright, we'll now go through every class in alphabetical order, state what their starter set is, what builds you can make based on that set, and then give an overall assessment of how good of a start you would get by picking this class. Starting with the Barbarian, we have the Raycor set. This is a set that revolves around the charge skill. Now with the full 6 pieces of the Raycor set, you can make yourself a Hammer of the Ancients Raycor Barbarian, which is an A tier build. This is one of the strongest Barbarian builds and one of the strongest builds in the game. Also with the Raycor set, you can make a Support Barbarian. If you are interested in playing in groups, and particularly favor meta groups, then a Support Barbarian is always wanted in 4-person parties. Whether you're doing speedruns or pushing into the higher, greater rifts, Support Barbarians are always a welcome addition and in big demand. This is an important role in the party. Then of course you have your classic Charge Barbarian. The optimal setup for that will be getting the 4-piece bonus of Raycors and the 6-piece bonus of Immortal Kings. So you do have to do a little bit more work to build towards that, but this is one of the best speed builds in the game, and is also for solo greater rift pushing one of the strongest builds. It's another A tier build, and so our overall assessment of the Barbarian for Season 14, factoring in that you are laid out very well to immediately go towards an A tier build, and then as well progress into another A tier build that also serves as a fantastic speed build, plus the ability to have an indispensable role in the multiplayer meta, makes the Barbarian an excellent choice for Season 14. If you go for Barbarian this season, be sure to check out our build guide on Raycor Hoda and also a starter Barbarian guide, which will also have a link to the Charge Barb speed build. Onto the Crusader, who gets the Akon set. A number of Crusader builds revolve around the Akon set. The Condemn Crusader is an S tier build. It is the strongest solo greater rift pushing build in the game. Plus there's also a speed variant of it in which you can even work in Sage's set for more death breath farming. With the cons, you can also make a Captain America build, which is C tier, or a Shotgun or Heaven's Fury Crusader, which is D tier. The beauty is that once you've gone your 6 pieces of Akons, then whatever items you find that support either one of these 3 builds could be what you transition to before eventually going to Condemn, for instance. But again, all 3 of these are viable. And in fact, the Heaven's Fury Crusader can play a role in the 4-player meta. He would serve as a Rift Guardian killer. So our overall assessment of the Crusader, given that you can easily build towards one of the strongest builds in the game, actually the strongest build in the game, plus 2 other viable builds, one of which does or can serve a role in the 4-player meta, and you also have access to speedrunning alternatives. This all makes Crusader an excellent class to pick for Season 14. If you go for Crusader this season, be sure to check out our Crusader Starter Guide. This gives you a gear-independent build that will help you get your full 6-piece bonus of icons, and then, of course, our Condemned build guide. Onto the Demon Hunter, who gets the Marauder set. Now, the straight-up Marauder build for Greater Rift Pushing is a B-tier build. It is one of the best Demon Hunter builds for Greater Rift Pushing. The Demon Hunter has no A-tier builds, however, it has a lot of builds that are roughly equal in power. If you don't want to go straight up Marauder, you could go with the Marauder Natalia mix. It'll take a little bit more to build up to that, but that is also a B-tier build. Now, the 6-piece Marauder build does have a speed variant, however, there are far faster speed builds for the Demon Hunter. Unhallowed Essence for speedruns is very difficult to beat. Marauder is greatly slowed down by the need to lay down sentries. So our overall assessment of the Demon Hunter is that while you are getting relatively easy access to one of the strongest Demon Hunter solo Greater Rift Pushing builds, and also allowing for a relatively easy transition into another one of the best Demon Hunter solo Greater Rift Pushing builds, the Demon Hunter still can't quite reach the power levels that other classes can reach, and Marauder's speed suffers, which hurts your efficiency. So overall, this makes the Demon Hunter a relatively mediocre starter choice. If you do go for a Demon Hunter, be sure to check out our video on a starter guide for the Marauder set. Onto the Monk, who gets the
Watch PewDiePie video. I did say that, right? Okay, let's see. PewDiePie! Friday with PewDiePie! Can we copy the strike PewDiePie?
Last time we did Banjoland Act... I think we did Banjoland Act 3. I hope we did, because today we're going to be doing Banjoland Act 4. Now this one's going to be a grunty stage, and because of that, it's only going to have 1 Jiggy. But we have a lot to do today, and I mean a lot. So let's just go ahead and get right to it, because this is going to be a crazy episode as it is. So the first thing I want to do is go over to Humble Wumper's shop, and we're going to buy some crud. Let's go check it out. Now, she's got some pretty awesome items. We could have bought these last episode, but I decided to wait. But if we go down here, first off, we can buy some monster wheels. These things are gigantic. I'm buying some of those. We're going to keep going down. We've also got strong seat. I'll go ahead and buy that. Why not? But here is the big one. We can buy a large engine. Very nice. 80 notes to buy one of those, but I think it's worth it. We've also got another weapon type right here, Mumbo Bombo. These guys kind of shoot just explosives out of the front. They do a lot of damage, and, well, the Grunty battle we're about to do, we basically have to destroy Grunty. So you know what? Let's go buy all 3 of those, since we do have the notes to do so. We don't need to buy the second set of monster wheels, because, as you can see on the right, it says 4. So we've already got 4. I don't really have a need for 8 of these things. And you know what? We'll also buy that medium ammo right there, just to have a little bit more ammo, because the Mumbo Bombos are going to use a lot. So let's go build a vehicle to destroy Grunty with, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, now I know I make some vehicles that look absolutely ridiculous. This one is no exception. Let's go take a look at this thing. So we've got in the back, we've got a bunch of medium ammos kind of stacked up to connect to these wheels. And then in the front here, we've got 3 small engines. We've got the large engine right up front there, and we've got a bunch of small ammos along the bottom here. Then on the sides, we've got our 4 medium engines, alongside 2 more monster wheels, and we've got all 3 Mumbo Bombos up front. But there's one more thing I actually want to add. Let's go down to protection. And, actually, no. Let's go down to body. I thought I had armor pieces for some reason, but we're gonna go ahead and attach a few heavy pieces to the front. That's because these Mumbo Bombos are actually very good at blowing up our own vehicle. So I want to kind of give us a little bit more protection here to try to protect ourselves from getting totally blown up. But I don't want to put any pieces in front of the Mumbo Bombos there. You know what? I think just like that is probably good. Hopefully it works out, but it shouldn't be too bad. We can just reattach the pieces if they fall off right here. And I'm just gonna name this vehicle Wreck Grunty. Let's go get to Banjoland Act 4. As you can see, we start right up here. So the first thing I want to do is actually grab these notes, because they're positioned pretty well for us to just grab them right here. Now, this stage has 1 Jiggy mission and 2 Jinjo missions. So, let's go do the Jinjos first, and then we'll go beat Grunty. Now, this Grunty mission, actually, no, I'll talk about them more once we actually get to it. Let's go get changed over to our flying Crowdmobile here, our Crowdmobile version pink, whatever we called it, and let's go over and do these Jinjos. Unfortunately, they're kind of way over here, but one of them's going to be a boat race, which we already built the boat for, which is going to be very nice. And both the other ones, we'll get to that. Let's go talk to this guy first. And here, we're just going to go use the boat that we've already built. Now, next episode, I promise you guys, next episode, I'll finally go through and name all the vehicles. Sorry for putting that off for so long, but there's just so much stuff to do and a lot of stuff to keep in mind, like a lot of stuff to remember. I actually have like a giant text document of all the steps I have to do today, because we have to do a lot of stuff in this episode. So I just, I don't just keep forgetting, I actually just have so much crud to do already, but we're gonna get those names. I know my vehicle names right now are pretty lame, and I know you guys have left some really awesome names for me to use, so I promise next episode we'll get that done. But let's go around this race right here. I believe this one's only 2 laps, so much easier than the race we did back in Banjoland Act 3. Yeah, it's over already. Very, very quick one right there. And that's going to be a Jinjo coin. Alrighty, I think that was the red one there. Now let's go fly up once again, and we're going to do a little U-turn. Not get stuck in the little spikes right there. Let's go all the way back to the igloo. I believe he's inside the igloo here. And once again, there are some notes. I'm going to try not to crash into the igloo, because it'll just totally fall apart. And that'll make it hard to see all the notes we want to grab. So we're just going to walk inside. Be very careful not to push this, because you push one block out, they're all just going to start collapsing. It's kind of like a domino effect here. Let's grab all these guys. I think this is going to be a Jinjo combat, right? It is. No, it's a Jinjo fetch. Okay. So I think for this, we're probably just going to go ahead and use our helicopter thing, our helicopter cage, if we can find it. I think I just called it pink, right? There it is. Alrighty, let's go. Now, let me see if I can remember where the actual fetch thing is. Now, if you ever want to see where the item that you have to collect is, you can kind of watch the little intro to the mission, and they'll usually give you a hint at where it's going to be. I believe it's over this way. If not, I'll just edit ahead, because I'm really bad sometimes. Okay, I remember where it is now. So if you remember back in Banjoland Act 1, when we first entered, we were next to that giant statue of Banjo. That's where we need to go. So we have to go back by the statue. It's over kind of to the northwest right here. You can see it off in the distance, that little glow in the middle of the screen. That's where it is. So it's going to be right next to that. I really need to put more engines on this helicopter because it's really slow. Maybe I'll do that next time as well. But let's just drop down. And there it is, as you can see. I think it's on the back side, actually. Let's watch out for these grunt bots. Whoa! They just knocked over my vehicle, dude. We gotta grab this. I think we need to flip our crud back up. Yeah, we do. So up you go, buddy. And we'll just grab this guy, and we'll go take it back. I'll just edit ahead once again, because you guys already know where we're taking it. Just to the Jinjo off in the distance there. And there we go. We got that one done as well. So now let's go and battle Grunty, and we'll see how well our vehicle does. Oh gosh, the grunt bot's attached to me. Please don't explode. Okay, we got him. If one of the grunt bots kind of attached to you like that, just kind of wiggle your vehicle, and it'll crash into them and knock them off. So that works pretty well. But Grunty's right over here. Let's go give her a chat and see what we have to do today. Hey Grunty, how's it going? Thick-witted Baron Featherface, do you know why I'm here in this dreary place? Maybe you just really like football? For the witty banter, I expect. No, you fools, I came to lay waste. Toxic waste? I mean, we just got a barrel of that crud if you want to borrow it, but it's already trashed. I should have made haste. Actually, this is how the place looks on a good day. I would hate to see it on a bad day then. Fine then, freaks, I'll wreck it some more. Now don't interrupt my childish chore. Alrighty, so what we have to do right here is Grunty's gonna have a crazy springing vehicle. You can kind of see her in the background. She's gonna be jumping all over the place. What we have to do is destroy her vehicle and knock her out of her car. Now actually, take a step back. We just have to knock her out of the car. One way to do that is destroying it. Another way is actually just flip her upside down and she'll fall right out. But we're gonna go with the destruction route. There's a lot of ways you could do this. You could use weapons, you could use a ramming vehicle, you could use a sticky ball to kind of stick her. I forgot to put fuel! I'm so bad! Don't mind me, guys. I've just played hundreds of hours of this game, beat it like 30 times, and I still forget to put fuel on my vehicle. Let's try that again. As I was saying, you can use like a sticky ball to try to hold her in place. I think you could use the freeze easy as well to try to stop her. There's a lot of stuff you can do, but I just like to go to the destruction route because it's very, very easy with a Mumbo Bombo to destroy Grunty. That is kind of how it works. At the start, she always jumps to the left, so if you kind of just aim that direction and drop a shot, a well-aimed shot will kill her instantly, and we'll get the spring. This is like one of my favorite items in the game. It's so great. I'm going going to show you guys a lot of amazing tricks throughout this playthrough with that spring, but, well, one step at a time. Let's go ahead and get out of here. But there's one thing, eventually we'll show this off. In the speedrun for this game, we build a very tightly made vehicle, and all you have to do is hold down one button. As soon as you start the mission, you instantly destroy Grunty. We can't do that right now because we don't have the weapon to do it, but once we get it, I'll show that off because it's so funny. But of course, as all the Grunty missions do, once we defeat her, we get the vehicle part back in our trolley in Showdown Town as well. And now we have the spring. This is so handy because now we can move a lot more quickly. You can see we can actually spring off of things like this, so we can move more quickly, but we can also reach new heights, places we weren't able to get before, or places that might be difficult to get to without glitches, or just taking the time to stack up a bunch of items to walk on, things like that. But let's go ahead and grab all of the jiggies we have right here. Of course, we've got 3 from Banjoland 3 and 1 from Banjoland 4. And we also want to go grab our jiggies from the thing right here from Trophy Thomas. Now, today, we're going to do a lot of stuff in Showdown Town. I will be unlocking the next game world. Gosh dang it, cops. Let me see if I can get this without losing all my stuff from them trying to crash into me. But, well, I could kill the cops if I want to. I'm going to wait for that because if you kill the cops, you're basically going to get a lot of achievements. I'm going to do a special episode in a couple of episodes where we get a lot of achievements in one go, so I'm going to save that for then. But as I was saying, we're going to unlock the next game world today, but we've got so much stuff to do around Showdown Town that I really want to show off, so we're going to do that instead today. But as you saw right there, we did unlock 90 Acres Act 5. We're also going to get a large taxi seat, some spotlights, some more tow bars, a boot in a box. Very awesome item. We'll be using that in our next game world. Some more heavy items right here, which we'll actually be using today. And there you go, that's all our freebies for that one. And a new level unlocks in Klungo's Arcade. After you get past 30 jiggies, all of the levels are unlocked. Actually, levels 1 through 4 unlock. Level 5 unlocks after you beat level 4. So basically, at this point, you could go do all of Klungo's Arcade. That is not on the agenda for today, but eventually we will do all that. So let's go ahead and get started. What do I want to do next? Well, we've got some collecting to do, but like I said, we're going to go unlock the next game world. So let's go get the game globe right here, and we'll go do that. So this one is going to be the Gigaseum. This is going to be over by the dock area where those cranes were and where Boggy's gym is and all that kind of crud. So let's take it, let's go down and see if we can do that. If we have enough notes, I might actually go buy all the upgrades from Boggy as well. Let's go check real quick. Let's go to Boggy's gym. Let me see how many I have here. I've got 155. I don't think that's quite enough. So maybe after all the collecting, then we'll go get that, because we're going to get a lot of notes today. So for this, we actually need to stick the game globe to the little magnet right here, because the plinth that we have to get it to is inside this cage. So there's a trick to getting it up there. So what we have to do is stick it on the magnet, and once it's there, we drive down this way, and we're actually going to climb up this center mountain. Now this one, you kind of need some vehicle parts to do this. You need the floaters to actually get over here, and you need the high grip wheels to actually go up this mountain right here. But at this point in the game, you've probably got all that. And I do want to make sure to get all these notes along the way here. So let's just go grab these guys. And we're going to leave our trolley right there, but we do have crate number 25. Let's go ahead and grab this guy, and we'll put it inside of our trolley. There we go. And now we've got to go climb a little bit more manually. Now, you could just walk up these ladders, or I guess climb up the ladders. You could also jump to climb, and I think that's a little bit faster. I've never actually timed it. Oh, and I guess unless you miss. If you miss, it's going to be slower. I've never actually timed it to figure out if jumping is faster, but, well, it might be. It's always felt faster to me. So up here, we'll go grab some big notes. These are some golds right here, getting all kinds of notes. Like I said, we're going to be getting a lot of notes today, and I really do mean a lot. So right up here, we've got another crate. We're going to get that in a second, but let's go grab this wrench-it bolt. If we grab this and start spinning the joystick, you can see we're controlling where that magnet was with the game globe. Once this opens up, we can go ahead and drop it just like that. That'll drop the game globe in. It'll go down this little ramp here, and it'll go directly towards the plinth. And we also get a little preview of some crates that we're going to be getting today. But yes, we just have to do this. I've tried to glitch this game globe inside without going through this big cutscene. Definitely feel free to try, guys. It would help the speedrun out a lot if we could just glitch this in here. So if you want to try to glitch on, try to get this inside there without doing this. But I've never been able to find a way. But as you can see, Gigaseum, Act 1, and Act 2 way over here are going to unlock, I believe Act 3 as well we've got enough for, right? Let's see. The camera's going to go around, and yes, we do have Act 3 as well. Act 4 is going to require 38 jiggies. Act 5 right here is going to require 57, and Act 6 requires quite a lot, as you will see. It requires 83. Now, to beat the game, you only need 75 jiggies, so you need more than you need to actually unlock the game world in the game. Act 6. So let's go ahead and get this crate here. Drop it back down in our car. Now we're going to drive off the side of a cliff right here, and we're going to go turn these back in at Mumbo's Motors. So there's one more thing I want to do real quick before we go back. There's a couple more crates we can get. We want to spring up there. You can see having some crates in there is not going to let us spring very high, but you know what? I'll just be patient. We'll just go ahead and drop the crates out. This way we don't have to make 2 trips.
Samuel
so now we
is
can actually spring up
dancing.
here, where Act 3 is. And again, you could have got this crate a long time
Can you
ago
say,
if you just
hello,
took the time
motherfucker?
to, basically, you could just stack a box up and jump up here or something like that. Or you could use just a totally hover, but let's go along here because there's going to be another crate way up top here. Now, we're going to be coming back here later in the episode for a little side quest thing. But let me knock over this light post just to get it out of the way. Okay, that's a very strong light post. I guess it's not going to be knocked over.
I just
knew
thought
that was
you...
going to happen. Please, no, crud. Gosh dang it. I should have just waited. No,
Very nice.
It's going to be fine.
Very good reaction.
Anyway, instead of trying to jump around the light post, let's go all the way around this way, and then we can just kind of
worry,
jump
Sam.
off
I have
here.
now
We'll
equipped
just
under.
carry our car down, and down we go, just like that. So like I said, once again, we will be coming back here
+1 defense.
in a little bit. We're going to be doing one of the biggest side quests there is in
Against
Showdown Town today.
thoughts or whatever.
4 crates back to Momo's Motors real quick. These are not all the crates we're going to be getting today, so for now, we're just going to drop them in the pile, and we'll turn these in a little bit later.
Salmon chips.
Let's go back
Yeah.
before he's in.
Oh,
Actually, we can just drive
okay.
in here because
Just
we got
go
the
some
spring we can
videos
get up
out.
here easily now. Now is when I want to go talk to Officer Piglet because this is where we can start one of the biggest side quests, like I said.
Ah, die
And
hätten
we're going to be doing this side
Burger.
quest start to finish today. So let me go look at my statistics. You can see if we go to the Showdown Town statistics, we've got a little category: Ninjas released and Ninjas imprisoned. 0 out of 6. We're going to be doing all of that today. And to start that quest, let's go talk to this guy right here. Hello, 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 I'm Piglet, Chief of Police and the law around here. Don't go causing trouble. Alright, I guess we won't cause too much trouble. Like that bunch of weird little guys running around, I locked up the guilty ones. The problem is, he did not actually lock up the guilty ones, he locked up a bunch of innocent Jinjos, so we have to go and save them. So just for talking to him, now we've started the quest, now we can go and save the Jinjos and imprison the Minjos. The way this works is, around Showdown Town, you're gonna have, oh crud, sorry, I didn't mean it, dude, gosh dang it. Okay, so this is a little bit of a problem, but, well, right over here we're gonna have a little jail cell where there's a Jinjo imprisoned. This is the blue Jinjo. We have to find the corresponding wrenchable bolt, which is, in this case, is this one.
Pretty good.
Spin it, and for doing that, that's going to free the Jinjo. Oh, come on, get out of there, dude. Get out of there. Okay, there we go. Now it's gonna open them up.
It
I don't
tastes
know
like
why we
light
decided
cheddar
what is
with
going on
salt.
right now. This is so weird. But yes, that will free the blue Jinjo, and now we have to just pick this guy up and take him to his house. For this one, it's
A
very
little
simple.
bit.
His house is right over here. So this one's kind of a tutorial, but once you free a Jinjo,
Samuel,
cops are gonna be after you. The cops
are you
are
getting a
after me
fucking
anyways.
tattoo? What's
Oh
happened?
gosh, you cruds! They almost killed me.
What's happening? Get on Lego. Oh, Lucas is in here.
I'm afraid as a matter of perspective, from where I stand, all of you must die.
Why, Jim? Why betray?
I stood for a lie. The God King told me the truth, so I swore an oath. He's sorry it turned out this way, of course.
I cannot.
You'll always weep.
I've invited you to the game. What? Link, you say? What? Oh. Oh. So, how long is that happening? Huh. Huh?
With a glint in the dark of his eye, the spirit of Kem gives you. He begins to chuckle, deep in the bones of his neck. It sounds like a.
You have. Then you know I'll return. What? What? No, no. This was.
But Lord Kem was gone.
picking that up. I could try moving it.
Who is it? I don't know.
It's called.
Oh yeah, I saw for like a while.
It's called Get Smart, and it's from 2008. But like, there's so many extras and extras. This that is like fucking big now. I don't know.
What the fuck? Was it really? Oh yeah, it was. I mean, I might have to start this League game sometime soon.
Of course you do, Godwoken. But what you ask was expressly forbidden by the Divine before he said.
Lucas is also in the lobby.
Especially Godwoken. He even arranged for Godwoken to be harried by White Magister and lone wolves to keep them far away from his crypt. I swore to uphold his word, I know. And I think Lucian would have concurred if he was still with us. Nobody knows every step of the path of blood, but I'll do what I can for you. First, you must get past Lucian's statues, the one that judges those who approach it. An amulet? Good. But you will need to fill the amulet with source, and to find the scroll of atonement. The room is filled with levers. Most are deadly, but 5 will lead you closer to Lucian's tomb. Each lever is named after a virtue of the divine. 5 of them bear initials that spell power. Select these 5 and these alone.
How's your coffee? It is good. Also, how is...
Then ask. He said that if anyone were to approach his remains, then the world would be left vulnerable to the void. It was not for me to question how. The divine cannot be asked such questions, Godwoken. Besides, I trusted him. Farewell, Godwoken.
Halftime, yes.
Phil, did you get a fucking buzz cut? Did they scalp you? Hello, what happened?
I got a haircut, XD.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did they scalp you?
No, not completely, just the sides.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking about.
Huh?
I'm thinking about.
Fuck this. I'm going.
Ishnuala.
Fucking hell, what's that?
Ishnuala, Mark. Ishnuala.
No, you're not a, You are not a night elf.
Make it move!
Fucking
It seems the amulet can't hold anymore.
Sam. Are you coming or going? Fuck. Yes, but now it says you're online. Before it said you were away. Yeah.
Can't talk now.
Do you know the muffin man?
A blessed stone altar in the space.
Nice meeting you. I admire your focus. Ah!
get beyond, things move one. A blessed stone altar. In the space beyond.
Come.
The altar seems to.
Well, we gotta back this way. Time. That's it.
A blessed stone altar in the space beyond the.
Okay, let's get started.
The altar seems.
Yes, it is dark. Probably correct. Lightning. Alright. What we know? Wait. What? Oh, next. Oh, the planet where the space goes. Okay. Alright, done? Yep, I can hear now. Right, shut up now. Rash sense.
Venture no farther. Only death lie. Blood need not be spilled. Bones need not be broken. To cross this threshold is to plunge into thy grave. Very well.
Yes. Yep.
Noxious atmosphere enabler. Noxious atmosphere enabled.
Fawn.
I'm serious. Yes, I'm serious. Okay, I got it.
Moving to obvious
Alright. Now we go. Come out there. Fortunately, well, that is. Yeah, level. Fire, tiny magnifying glass. Like,
moving to
no.
positioning.
See. Yeah. Yeah, we also had a cross. I'm straight copy. Spider tap. Gentlemen. No.
Hmm?
My amulet is already brimming with souls.
Moving to obvious manipulation. Orifice manipulator. Activate.
Ishmael, Managis.
Don't be an idol.
What?
Don't be an idol.
I'm not an idol.
Don't be an idol.
I'm not an idol.
Well,
If then I would be alliance.
you're talking like an idol.
No.
Yeah. Ishnuala is an idol speak.
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh shit.
It's Darnasian.
I don't think that was the right.
It's basically the Night Elf version.
Pulling a lever invites magical.
Well, it's still Ishmael. Another night I was probably drunk on running. Time to troll. Time to troll. Ish. Ishnola. Ishnola. Dude. Mark, join me for some wow later.
Man, I'm going to sleep soon.
Naga.
Naga. I'm not a Naga.
Shut up, my Naga. You're a real Naga. You go sleep early. You Naga.
I got work in the morning.
Naga. Another night off, I've told you that I am a, what's it called? No, I told you that it was for the Horde.
You're a troll?
Yeah.
They definitely don't say Ishnola.
True.
Single.
Well, I started the Echo Isles, and I don't start fucking, the Senjin City, Senjin Village.
Echo Isles?
Yeah. It's close to Senjin Village, but it's not Senjin Village. Well, then, well, I finally got my cat form.
Oh man, you don't know how fucking hard it was to get cat back in the day. It was probably hard.
Well, at least I got it. Now I want my Moonkin. Moonkin.
Fucking flappy boy.
You know a lot. I should just go around and say you know lots of people. And then if they say it's only not elves that say that. But I'm a troll.
What the?
Joke's on you, kiddo. Ugh.
Fuck, hvor er han da dum.
Hope you aren't saying weird things to me. I don't have my headset on. XD.
Yeah, I know.
That's a magical TV.
Nej, det synes det er fucking irriterende. Alt musik og special effects, whatever, er fucking højt, og deres stemmer er så fucking lave.
Yeah, boy. Standard movie experience. Just got a double kill. Camille versus, I mean, Shyvana AP against Camille and Katarina. Feels good every time.
Moving to involuntary death assistant. Combat in progress. Damage opportunities.
And you. Hey, what was that?
Ocean Man. Alright.
I think it did something. I can feel it. It was like that lever did something. Something happened. I think. Look, I heard gears moving.
I have gotten another player to join the AP Dragon. Another one.
Call of the AV Dragon. Can we just change the name of the server?
No.
It's just the AP Dragon Nest.
No.
Why?
No.
Well, okay, we technically do have that name. It's Stockmeister's Nest. I'm a renegade. You're like...
I'm legendary. Oof.
How far are you?
In my game?
Yeah.
We almost got a mid tower. Mid inhibitor tower. Got him. Hoopity scoop. Scoopity.
Trans.
Scoop the poop the whoop. Poop. Poop.
I'm gonna put you to a trance. Into a trance.
It cannot contain more.
You catch a glimpse of Ifan out of the corner of your eye. He's standing tall, gazing around the environment with a feral expression on his face. He reaches his arms overhead, stretching his lean frame. Not for the first time, you wonder how anyone expected to concentrate on what they're doing with this man. He catches you looking at him and smiles, all tangled beard and twinkling eyes. Surprised at first, he quickly responds to your touch, pulling you close and holding your face in it.
My darling, you really brought some mess into my life.
Ifan holds you so close that you feel you are part of him. He kisses your eyelids, your temples, your nose. He kisses you tenderly, exploring you. Before he pulls away, he squeezes tighter.
Damn, the end of Divinity can't come soon enough for me. I'm ready to live.
The truth hangs heavy upon the air itself. The truth hangs heavy upon...
Yeah, I have seen the link you posted. You posted it twice now. You only need it once.
Come here often. I don't know what you did, but you just released a source flood. I thought I'd come and see what all the fuss was about. Should have known you were getting yourself in. Looks like the big moment has finally arrived. I will do everything I can to support you, Godwoken. I will pray for you. I think you'll need it. Don't underestimate the power of true prayer. This is a place of incredible power where a single prayer leads the way to thousands. Consider it a taste of your divine future. Of course, it's up to you whether or not to listen. I know how I'd respond.
Melody wearily chuckles to herself.
Looks like my investment's paid off. Now go. Rivalon. Seems the amulet can't hold
Down.
Godwoken. Dallas told me about you. You must be as hard. Your divine surprise.
Lucian frowns at the figure.
Lucian, you lying snake! You betrayed me! You used me to bring death to my own people! And for what? To make the world a better place? Look around!
Ifan, my friend, there were many sacrifices that had to be made. You were but one. Each of us paid me, but...
Lucian, we should tell the Godwoken the truth.
Then, a skull is revealed. Bejeweled and ancient.
I am.
Surprise.
That will not do.
The attunement is the salvation of Rivalon. It contains almost all the source that was ripped from the veil.
Think you're a dragon slayer? Come here and try. Oh.
All of us.
Decide.
G fucking G, man.
No other way. We only lack yours.
More than enough. Far more. I will suffer him to live no...
Ifan unsheaths his weapon. He stands by your side with every muscle tense.
Oh, got my first Mastery 7 token on Shyvana with AP.
Yeah, good.
Now I just need 2 more.
And it's gonna take forever then.
Ifan nods
Huh?
his thanks.
And then it's gonna take forever.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just like you and Pike.
Well, it didn't take me all that long. It was mostly because I just didn't want to do more Pike for a while.
Yeah.
But there was times where I just did very well, and yet I still didn't get it. I got S-, but I did better than I did that game.
Hmm.
Salt coursed through me.
I mean, my score was 18-5 and 5 this game, and I started out being 0-3.
Oof.
Oof, 0-3 police. Saved.
0-3 police. You didn't save me, 0-3 police.
No.
You didn't save me, Mark.
It saved me.
You didn't save me, Mark. You didn't save me from 0.
Those fucking games were bullshit, man.
What?
Those 0-3 games, 0-2 games were bullshit.
Welcome to my world.
RIP.
I haven't gotten over 5 wins, and I fucking hate it. Do you turn into your effigies to dance like this? I just got pike. The fish. Haha. Well, you up for another one?
I don't know, man. Hvor meget er det en film? En time? Alright, well then I guess I am.
Yeah, good. You turn into your eyes to dance like this forever.
Sam, you still fighting final boss?
Okay, let me think. What game do I actually want to play?
You're standing in fire. Oh.
Black.
Yeah, well, I'm not looking too much at it, so nothing is spoiled.
Black.
Spoiled? No, I didn't notice.
Black. Black. Well,
Lucas, take your damn lane pick.
I'm thinking, alright. Call me a tits, alright?
Okay.
Well, if we get Bloodline, I'll probably pull Yorick or or maybe a little bit of Thorn. Still need to get in level 5. Because that's gonna be easy.
Hold on a second.
To dance like this. Mark.
Yeah, I said. Hold on a second.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Wait, bro.
want to be past the iron either, that's for sure.
I think with you we're gonna have enough magic, so we'll never want to play something else. Well, this will be fun. Okay, now. What do I want? Oh shit, I have to actually think quick. Fuck it.
Hey, Rhythm. Let's go. Hype song on.
Dang it. Let's do this. Conditional rock guy.
No, thank you. I'm
Mark, do you think you're gonna be okay?
Yeah.
He's sure wrong. He's really mad. Come on, Jack. Boy, I will a little bit fast so we can get into the game so I can win. Which is definitely what's going to happen. Definitely not the other way. Well, I think our team's actually finished. What's with the jiggle physics? Bitch.
I think. Well.
Fucking bone plating.
Working. Rubber. Meat bone plating. Rubber. Diamond.
Yeah.
Who could have guessed?
The truth hangs heavy upon the enemy.
Come here often. Looks like a big moment. Fun and unconsidered. How it looks like.
Oh, of course. Of course you need help. Of course. Very nice.
Fucking bone plating activate. Was bad, man. Hello, I'm Yasuo. I have my windshield and bone plating up. I swear to God, man.